All right. So first, make a fun background. More fun than the default. And then get a sprite. I'm going to choose, you guessed it, the squirrel. I do love the squirrel. And then you should do, when the green flag is clicked, go to this spot. And under the looks, we want to show yourself because you're going to be hidden at the very end. And then you've got to explain, we're going to make a list of things. And you have to make a list of something different than what I'm doing. Hi, today we're making a list of your favorite fruits. So I'm telling you, you can't do fruits. You can do food, video games, books, movies, sports teams, family members. Okay, I'm just being silly. But you can't do fruits because that's what I did. To add something to the list, click on me. You need to add at least 3 items before being done. Okay. So then we can do an event when this sprite clicked. And we're going to ask, what would you like to add to the list? Now, let's be more specific. What is one of your favorite foods, right? And you would not be doing this. You're doing something else. And then we're going to do an if else. And now we're going to go to variables and we're going to create a list. That's down here where it says make a list. And it's called foods. And yours is going to be called something else. We're going to show the list of foods when you click, when this part of the program runs. We'll be hiding the list of foods later. And we're going to check if, let's see, it's under variables. We're going to check if food contains the thing. We're going to check if it already has what the user entered. So remember that what the user entered is in this thing called answer. So what's one of your favorite foods? And then if foods contains answer, then we're supposed to say, you already did that. Please try something else. You already put that on the list. Please try something else. All right. But then the else here, it's like if or else, this means we need to add it. So we're going to add, instead of adding literally thing, I'm going to add answer to foods. And then one of the requirements is that you say something like good call. I also like that thing. So watch, I'll show you. We're going to use a join block to do this in a say block. And we're going to say, I also like, and then we're going to put answer in there. I just duplicated it. So, all right. So every time you click on him, it says, hey, what's one of your favorite foods? I guess I better move this so it doesn't block. And I could say apples. Apples in the list. Don't worry about the empty item. And if I click on the squirrel again and say apples, it's going to say, you already put that on a list. Please try something else. Okay, so this is how we do it. Bananas, grapes. Okay, so once, notice how it said, it runs my food into the word like. That's one of the requirements, is that you get the spacing right. You need to add a space here in the join before this is over so that When you say apple, it says, I also like apple with a space right there. Okay, I do notice a couple things. We're going to want to delete, we're going to want to clean out the list completely, delete all of foods. That we want to put on the green flag. And, because you just want to start each program with an empty list. All right, and then each time you click on the sprite, actually in my instructions, I say put the show list right here in the green flag. So each time you click on the sprite, it asks you to enter something. If they try to enter something that's already entered, they're told it's already there. Otherwise, it says nice choice. And if there's less than 3 items, if the user presses the space bar, the sprite tells the user that we have to have 3 items before we can continue. So we're queuing off the space bar now. When space key pressed, we're going to go to control and we're going to say if then. So I'm going to move this over here. So if, and we have length of foods, and we're going to do a less than. If length of foods is less than 3, then we're going to say you need to have 3 things before you can be done. You need to enter at least 3 item foods before you can be. Remember, you're not doing foods. I'm doing foods. I got dibs. Fruits even. I forgot. It's not just foods. You're not doing fruits. You're doing something else. So if there are less than 3 things, it tells you. But if there are 3 or more things, then we're going to do a thing. When the user presses the spacebar, the sprite jumps around to random locations, announcing 1 item from the list at each location as it clears it from the list. So we'll do control, repeat, length of foods. I'm duplicating that, dragging it right here. And then we're going to go to a new random location, go to random position. And then we're going to do a say. And the say is going to be item 1 of foods. Say item 1 of foods for 2 seconds. And then we're going to delete item 1 of foods. That way, we're going to repeat the right number of times. We're going to hop all over the screen. And when we're done with everything, we're going to hide the list right here. And we're going to hide the sprite. Right? Okay. I think we're good. Watch this. I'll hit the space bar. And he's bouncing around. Apples, bananas, grapes, hamburgers, apple. And then everyone disappears and we're all done. We hit the green flag. He's back. We're making a list of favorite fruits. To add something, click on me. And I say apples. Spelled it wrong, but it's okay. Bananas and kiwis. Enter. Bounces around the screen, random places, saying these things, and then it all disappears. Now, I want to show you if you don't have 3 things in the list. Let's do it. Let's try hitting spacebar after we say apples. If we hit space now, it says, hey, you need at least 3 fruits before you can be done. And there's an extra credit option. So feel free to look at that and do that if you want. And otherwise, you're done. Thanks.